If you do not want to be slandered, do nothing. The title of the latest book on J. Frank Norris by David Stokes is called The Shooting Salvationist, which is a mischaracterization of J. Frank Norris that I knew. These words, the shooting salvationist, are meant to demean the legacy of J. Frank Norris. So, if any of you out there want to avoid being slandered and labeled a shooting salvationist, just adopt the following creed. 1. Just be a timid soul and look the other way when you see corruption all around you. Just stifle your conscience and look the other way when God's name is abased. Number 3, suppress your convictions and pretend a holier-than-thou attitude. Number 4, do not trouble yourself when you hear the cry of suffering humanity. 5, maintain a life of ease and comfort. Number 6, do nothing significant, lest you incur the jealousy of the indolent. Number 7, just sit on the sidelines while others win the prize. Number 8, never challenge the evil giants and just let evil prevail. Friends, the following song was often heard at the First Baptist Church of Fort Worth, Texas during the era of J. Frank Norris. This song by Isaac Watts is symbolical of the revival fervor that prevailed every Sunday at the First Baptist Church where I used to attend, and what inspirations that we received as we sat and listened to the sermons of the great man that stood in the pulpit and the songs that were sung, led by that immortal violinist, Brooks Morris, who was with J. Frank Norris for 28 years. The words of Isaac Watts, listen to these words. Am I a soldier of the cross, a follower of the Lamb? And shall I fear to own his cause, or blush to speak his name? Sure, I must fight if I would reign. Increase my courage, Lord. I'll bear the toil, endure the pain, supported by thy word. There was never a finer preacher, nor a mightier warrior that ever lived, that stood for the gospel and righteousness in every ounce of his being. That one day, as the scriptures tell us, that we're not to be weary in well-doing, and how apropos it is to the life of J. Frank Norris. One day he'll have a reward for the great service that he rendered and the influence that he bore to all who came under the influence of his ministry. And as we try to sing, Gail and my daughter, this song, the chorus, a cappella, listen to the words. And that's the main message that we want to convey to you at this time. Gail, sing with me now as we sing it a cappella. And when the battle's over, we shall wear a crown. Yes, we shall wear a crown. Yes, we shall wear a crown. And when the battle's over, we shall wear a crown in the New Jerusalem. Wear a crown, wear a crown, wear a bright and shining crown. And when the battle's over, we shall wear a crown in the New Jerusalem. Friends, there was never a choir that sang with such heartfelt emotion as I heard that beautiful hymn, the rendition of that great hymn written by Isaac Watts Sunday after Sunday, as was the case of the First Baptist Church of Fort Worth in its heyday. What memories I have. And you would never know what took place unless you were there in presence, personally. And that's why that I speak with such authority, and why that I am attempting to carry on and convey to you the great legacy that J. Frank Norris left for all of us to study and to learn about. This is one of the reasons why, as I've just mentioned to you, why the First Baptist Church became such a phenomenal influence. The fundamental movement is still alive and well today, all across the United States, because of the legacy of J. Frank Norris. I thank you for listening, and again, good night. God bless each one, and may God bless America.